Welcome to Living Light.
Welcome, beautiful hearts. I am Alissa Jane, Energy Guide, Alchemical Reiki Master, and Sacred Sexual Priestess. Today, I will be sharing a transmission of love and light. I will also be sharing some of my personal journey with healing and ascension. And I will share a technique that has changed my life and that will change your life as well. Let us begin by welcoming in the beloveds, the guides, the enlightened ones. We honor your sacred team. We welcome in your guardian angels, your guardian archangels, your teams of love and light, angels, ancestors, masters, guardians, mothers, dragons, unicorns, galactic councils, earth councils. Welcoming in now more fully the Federation of Love and Light. Welcoming in Mother Akasha, Mother Gaia, Mother Isis, Mother Bridget, Pele, Kali Mahua. Wasakudurga Masikaratikoruatikatika Lady Nada, Lady Portia, Lady Kuan Yin, Lord Sananda, Urtikatika Wasika, Lord Seraphis Bey, Master Hilarion, Master Ascended Master Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, Master El Moria, Sanat Kumara, Archangel Michael, Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, Archangel Jophiel coming in today as well. Feel the beloved team of love and light coming around you now. And we create more fully an activated chamber of love and light using codes, Reiki symbols around each one now. This will meet you wherever you are at, bringing all timelines together, past, present, and future in the now moment. Yes, very good. This will meet you wherever you are at. This will support you. We are so grateful. We are so grateful, amen. And I feel a beautiful emerald container supporting each one today. Oh, Master Thoth coming in, and he is bringing in the emerald codes now. Yes, with Mother Mary and Archangel Raphael, Master Hilarion, working with the emerald ray today with healing, manifestation, creation, empowerment. Let the emerald tablets form around you in a diamond now. Oh, wow. Feel all of that information on the walls of the diamond being activated around you now, forming a temple. And it's bringing you into a time-space dimension that is perfect for you now, within the planet, on the planet, and maybe in other galactic timelines. Yes, let that come in now. And before I begin to share my own personal healing story and the technique that will support you, that has supported me, let us activate together our power of divinity by breathing into our vacuum to source, which is our heart chakra. Breathe into the center of your heart, activating that spark of divinity. And on your exhale, let it flame from the center of your heart, blazing a fire in your heart. And from this flame comes your pillar of light in the direction above you and below you, expanding infinitely above you and below you from your heart flames, from your inner flame of divinity, your great I am presence. activating your high heart with your breath now, opening your Akashic records and your cosmic doorway. And with this breath, let your inner eye see the rose pink ray of the Mother, the sapphire lapis ray of the Father, and together they become one of the violet ray. You are a keeper of the violet fire. And from this marriage, from the laws and principles of alchemy that reside in our universe, comes the golden ray of the child within you, within each one of you. Yes, woo! Yes, and that is the ever-present gratitude of creation, wisdom, and illumination. So together you birth the Christ within you, dear one, of the Father, the Mother, and the child. And this threefold flame, sacred heart of the rose pink ray, the blue sapphire ray, the golden yellow ray are the primary colors. They create every vibration on this planet. This is your power. And it is a vacuum of the hologram of this universe that we live in. And it is going back to source, Father, Mother, Goddess, God, every breath back to source. And then the information comes back through us into the hologram, through our breath, up-leveling our electron blueprint. This is alchemy, this is healing, this is the action that is happening every moment on this planet, through your breath, through your heart, through your pillar, through your power instrument, your temple of divinity, dear one, your body, your consciousness, your auric field. You are so powerful, and you have the power to heal today, on this day, to begin your journey. Now, if you're listening, you are a master, you are a healer, you are a catalyst for ascension. If you are listening to this message, you are awakening, and you are here to awaken the planet, humanity, from the sleeping illusion dreams. Woo! Breathe that into your heart with me now and activate your flames with this knowing more powerfully. And as you are a master healer, you have the ability to heal yourself and others instantaneously, miraculously. That is the law. We call it miracles, but in the quantum scientific principles that keep our universe going, it is only a quantum leap, a timeline jump, merge. A lot of information coming in there. Yes, we call this a miracle, but in the world of scientific principles, it is a quantum leap, a quantum timeline merge. And it happens naturally in every moment. If we believe it is possible, that is the bridge for the quantum leap to happen, our consciousness, our belief. Now, because each one of you is a master healer, it means that you are here to do your own work. This means that you may be experiencing a lot of illusion of disease, death, poverty, lack, limitation, sadness, depression, all of the above. This is because you are a master. And because you are a master, the light within your subatomic particles is so bright that illusions of lack, limitation, disease, and death cannot hide, And so because of that, you may be experiencing the illusion of disease, lack, limitation, sadness, depression, unease very strongly. This is okay. This is perfect. This is what it is supposed to be. And you will begin to claim your power because you will know on this day now the keys to healing more fully. And as you begin to heal your body with your own power, you create a bridge for others in the hologram so that they can do it for themselves. Your work is to do it first for yourself, beloveds. Yes, and that creates a bridge in the hologram. So, as a master healer, I have always been awakening to this path, even as a child. The idea of spirituality, healing myself and others, I was intrigued, passionate about from a young age. And I had to experience my own dis-ease, my own discomfort. And I have had many healings my entire life that have started from within. I have had help from other practitioners, teachers as well, because we need help and support. It is a challenge to do it on our own, but we have the tools and we are always doing it together as a collective. Yes, a family of healing light. So I have a lot of personal experience with my own healing, and I have gone through many challenges from a young age. I have experienced chronic disease that I have healed, that has taken me some healings years to fully up-level, fully get through. Now, the principle of healing on this planet is easier when we understand that everything is energy. Everything is a frequency, an energetic frequency. And we look at the world around us, beautiful hearts, it looks very solid. Yes, it looks very solid, very... How can it be moving? How can it be energy? It looks totally solid. So we are always doing our work to see through the illusion of the world of appearances, because the first law that this is a solid world is an illusion. It is not. It is a moving world of energy and frequency. It is created by atoms. Science knows this. Atoms are made of subatomic particles. And these subatomic particles are spinning within the atomic structure. Now, this is the gold right here, everyone. Within the atom is 99.999% space. The matter that makes up the atom is barely anything at all. Again, let us state this. The space, what is inside the atom itself with the subatomic particles is 99.999 infinite % space. The subatomic particles in the atom itself hold barely any matter. So what is really happening then in this big world? It is moving energy at a rate, a frequency, and in the space is consciousness. That is what's running the show. So how do we heal? How do we change our circumstances? It begins, and it always will, because this is a universe set up on the laws and principles of quantum law. And that means it is consciousness running the show. Consciousness, your mind, is your tool. It is your creation powerhouse, and it creates everything. Now, as the subatomic particles are spinning in the atoms, when energy gets dense, it can slow down the subatomic particles from spinning properly. And when this happens, this is when disease forms, manifests in the body. There's a lot coming in. The beloveds are working with you right now to help unravel the programs so that you know the truth now. Okay, let us go back to that because that is so powerful. The principle of healing. Why does dis-ease happen in the body? It happens as the subatomic particles slow down. And as the subatomic particles slow down and do not spin at their proper rate, they form and manifest into disease in the body. What slows down? What creates the density? It is emotion. It is belief systems. And these belief systems have been passed down to us through our DNA that we carry from many lifetimes and the lifetimes of our ancestors before us. It is within the collective consciousness, especially within the first 3 years when we are in the alpha wave state and being hypnotized, we can say. A lot was handed to us, a lot of belief systems within those first 3 years. A lot of energy is coming in, beautiful hearts. You are being up-leveled as you are receiving this activation of your power. And then we received a lot of belief systems through our training, through the family, through school, through pop culture. And because we are in such an activated time on this planet, we are now receiving belief systems through frequency that is happening within a cloud-based system, within a Wi-Fi based system, flying through the air. All the time it is up to us to discern constantly the vibration we are going to align with. And once we set that vibration, it's easy. It's easy to navigate the other vibrations. We can know very clearly what is ours and what is another. Woo. So, as I am also a healer, a natural shamanic practitioner, a sacred sexual goddess, my passion is natural wellness. I have always loved it since I was young. And I was very excited, I remember when I was young, the idea of superfoods, superfruits, and they were not as readily available in the supermarket. It was before the internet. So we couldn't buy them. And so I know I helped bring in, just like you did, beloveds, all the resources that are so readily available to us now for our natural healing and wellness. I was doing things when I was in my teens that I thought were the proper things to do. So it takes time to learn the right information as well. Healing has many layers. We can have those instantaneous, miraculous healings as soon as we know within it is the consciousness, it is the beliefs, it is the emotional state. We can have an instantaneous healing. And we can also use the other tools in the cupboard. We can use the natural wellness tools that can be so soothing and that can help show us the belief systems that can be so dark and shrouded and cloudy, muck, that we can't even see them or know what has slowed down the vibration in our body. So the natural wellness tools of the herbs and the beautiful fruits, sugars, vegetables, the structures of love and light on this planet that Gaia gives us every day, they have so much power to help us as well. So I have been using these tools for decades now, decades on my path, and I'm still doing my healing work every day. Some days are challenging. Some days the illusion of healing comes so hard I can't seem to function at the level that I know is my birthright. So beautiful hearts, I am here, healing with you on this journey with you. And I know that you are a master. And I know you are here to help others. So the tools that I have used for healing are also energy healing, quantum metaphysical tools. I am a Reiki master. So I have been using Reiki now for the last 26 years in my life. And I'm so grateful for that. I was brought up in a faith with the healing of Jesus, the principles and teaching of the healing of Jesus, which is the quantum principles on this planet. They apply to every religion and denomination. They don't have a religion. It is science. And I have been loving that those healings and the trainings, the principles that were brought in through the Bible, through Jesus and other master healers. So I use a lot of prayer techniques. I use a lot of energy healing, and I use the wellness of Gaia as well. And with this, I have still needed to work out chronic healing. So why? Why sometimes is it so challenging? Because alchemy is intense, and again, you are a master healer. You came here to create a bridge, a foundational structure to help others cross. Now, in the atomic quantum principles, there is a beautiful magic trick, I'm getting emotional, called critical mass. Once we hit critical mass, we get to 100%. So we can think of that vibration we're trying to work out, a healing, an intention. Perhaps it is a healing for money. Perhaps it is a healing for romance. Perhaps it is a healing in your body. Now, when we are using all of the tools and we're starting to spin the electrons faster and faster, and they're speeding up, but maybe you're not seeing yet because the world of appearances hasn't caught up yet in the illusion of time. Science knows it is an illusion. It has all happened simultaneously. Wow, amazing. But in our timeline, when the world of appearances hasn't caught up yet and you're feeling frustrated, this is when you cannot give up, beautiful hearts, when you must keep the course because you are so close. You're so close, okay? And when you hit critical mass, it takes all of that energy and it brings it into 100% of that intention for the atomic rate. So when does critical mass happen? It happens about halfway, but it happens about 49%. So beautiful hearts, when you are doing your healing work, your affirmations, receiving energy, doing all of your cleansing with the magical herbs, fruits, vegetables from the planet. And you're doing it, and don't give up. Because when you get to about 49% of the vibration and the atoms are there, it is a law and principle, and it takes over. 49%, 50%, 51% gone into 100%, and it is complete at that moment, critical mass. So that is why it can be challenging, because we are almost there, and we may give up then, and we may backtrack, and we may say, this doesn't work. We start to dig up those beautiful seeds that we've planted. We dig up the roots that are taking root. We don't see the flower and the stems coming up yet. And we feel upset. We feel frustrated, and we neutralize the work we've done. I'm getting very emotional because I have hit this point thousands of times in my life. And I know you have too. And it's okay. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep the course. We're going to keep going. Now, there is a technique that has helped me get through this point, and it's pretty much this one technique that gets the alchemy really going. I've used it now for a number of my chronic issues over the last years. And it's simple, effective, and you need to use it on repeat for a short amount of time. And I promise you, it will work, beautiful hearts. Now, this technique comes from an amazing teacher. And a little bit of water. Now, this teacher is one of the original manifestation teachers. It is Florence Scovel Shinn. Beautiful, beautiful heart. Now, Florence is a pioneer. She is a visionary on this planet. Many of the manifestation affirmations that you already say, that you've learned, that have gotten taught down through the lineage of teachers have come from Florence. Louise Hay, who is an amazing master on this planet that created a foundation with Hay House that has helped so many of us through teachings, books, activations. Louise Hay said her greatest inspiration was Florence. And I think when I go through the times and the teachings that have come through, it's definitely up there with Abraham, up there with Jesus, because Florence brings it through in a way, and she's added her own energy. She's made it in a way that is also very present for us, because she has lived within the last number of hundreds of years. So she understands what it takes to live in our timeline now. She's written many books. Now, one of the books that has changed my life, it came into my world maybe about 10 years ago. The Game of Life and How to Play It. Yes, by Florence Scovel Shinn. The Game of Life and How to Play It. I recommend you go invest in a copy. It's not expensive, and you can get it on Kindle for free or very cheap. Now, the game of life, that is what this world is. This quantum world is a holographic game. Now, it is meant to be played because we are meant to enjoy it. It is a game of life because it is meant to be played. It is meant to be enjoyed. And it is meant to be won by each and every one of us. Yes, beautiful hearts. The game of life is yours to win, to enjoy, to play, and to be fulfilled. Now, when we win the game, it is complete it. This is the mission of life, to complete the game. How do we do this? We do this by fulfilling the 4 pillars. Perfect health, perfect wealth, perfect love, perfect light. This is our perfect financial freedom and abundance in every way. This is our perfect romance, relationships, friendships, love, family relationships, community relationships, relationship with Source itself. This is our perfect health, our perfect infinite rainbow light body of ascension. And this is our perfect light, which is our spiritual gifts, our superpowers. We are meant to fulfill it. We are meant to have it. And you will, because it already has been established. That's the other part of it. In the scientific quantum universe, there are infinite timelines, and every timeline has already been created. We may not be in that timeline. We may be getting to it. It may be very far away. We may have to leap there, jump there, fly there, soar there with our faith, our active faith, our emotional power. However, the timeline with the game of life completed and successful for you, beautiful hearts, is already created. That's why you're here. You wouldn't even have the desire for it if it wasn't created already. It's already created. It is yours for the journey to get there and enjoy. That is why we came here, beloveds. A master planet to learn, to grow, to ascend, and to enjoy the journey. We talked about the Christ in the beginning of our time together, as this is the heart space. It is the threefold flame of the Father, the Mother, and the child that live within each one of us. And when they are in perfect divine union, it is the Christ consciousness that we are, that we become a Christed being, a Buddha, a living avatar. Yes, and it is our goal for being here on this planet. Now, beautiful hearts, Florence Scovel Shinn, as a healer, a manifester, a teacher to empower each one of us, she has given us many affirmations. Through the energy of the words, it holds the vibration, the atomic frequency of what we're looking for. Through our voice, we create structure, sacred geometric form. Every word is always creating a form. That is how we create a lot of our universe and our world, through also our consciousness. Every word you speak is creating. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel is what's creating your hologram, beautiful hearts. Okay? So through the affirmations, we can restructure, we can reshape. It is the laws and quantum principles of the universe. It has to be. They have to come into being in this dimension. That is the law. So the affirmation that Florence shares that has changed my life is, I cast this burden to the Christ within and I go free. I cast this burden to the Christ within and I go free. I cast this burden to the Christ within, and I go free. The Christ within can hold the burdens infinitely. The Christ within can handle everything. The Christ within holds the vacuum back to source and alchemicalizes the atoms into their perfect form and structure and speed instantaneously, without us even understanding the emotion or the belief system that slowed down the electrons to begin with. This is the magic of this statement. You don't have to understand the healing, but you will receive the understanding over time as you need to. You will receive the downloads so that you can help yourself and others, but you will have an instantaneous healing. Now, I've used this, and because it's so simple and easy, I forget about it. And when I have been doing my work over the years, and I've been working through chronic disease, this has been the piece that finally helps me. Now, these past number of months, pretty much starting at the beginning of the new year, I was experiencing extreme discomfort, we could say, in the core of my body. Whew. Now, this discomfort has started up at the throat and has gone all the way to the seat. This discomfort included digestion issues, gas, goo, pressure, feeling discomfort in other organs, my heart, stressing out the rest of my body with pressure from the gas. Now, even as a master healer, I am not as capable of always helping myself as I can to help others. I hold confidence in knowing so strongly I can help others and it does not waver. But I'm not always able to do that for myself. I get caught up in my own programming from my DNA, from the collective that is so massive, from the millions of years that we're working through. And so this chronic issue, I could say that it was lasting me months, 6 months, 5 months. Okay, that's chronic. Anything we're going, that's anything that lasts more than a couple of weeks, anything that lasts more than a couple of days is chronic. And we get comfortable, right? We get comfortable, we function, and we just kind of keep shoving it away. We don't deal with it. Even as a healer, well, I was not necessarily addressing the real issues of the core discomfort that I was feeling over these last months. And because I am a master healer like each one of you, when we are working out emotions, they will manifest very quickly as well into the body or into the field around us because we are in our mastery. And that can confuse us even more. So this year has been intense. I know each one of us is experiencing the intensity, going through a lot of growth, contrast, challenges. My heart is opening with the emotion because it is big. I know this. Now, I have been working the core discomfort with my tool belt, working it with my energy medicine, working it with my belief system of knowing it's an illusion to begin with, working with the tool belt and the quiver of the natural medicines that God, Goddess gives us through Gaia, that Gaia gives us Very often what you need is growing around your house, herbs, medicine. So I have been using it for months now. And in fact, it felt like the discomfort, the cleanses that I was doing was creating more pressure, more discomfort. Yeah, it's been a challenge. And I share this because I'm on the other side of it now. I share this now because at the beginning of this week, I felt a lot of that discomfort still, like I had months ago. But now it has been about 5 days I've been working the mantra. Yesterday was the first day I got through the whole day, and I was doing the dishes, and I thought to myself, wow, I didn't have any of that discomfort today. I didn't have any of those symptoms. And the gratitude began to pour inside of me, and I knew I've hit critical mass. I have done it. I am on the other side, and there's no going back now. I'm not going back. I'm not going back, because the laws and principles have created the structure, and I am now on the new timeline. I know it to be so. And I know that I need to share this with you, beautiful hearts. So now we're going to go into an energy activation. I'm going to bring in the beloveds more fully with that emerald diamond I can see being activated around each one now with the emerald tablets. And we're going to go into what affirmation, what did I work? I spoke it out loud. I spoke it in my heart quietly, and I worked it. After about 3 days, I could say 90% of the symptoms were completely gone. And after day 1, I got to the top of that wall and I started to get over. So beautiful hearts, if you have experienced a little bit more water before we begin. And each one of you will need water after we receive this, maybe now as well. As we are preparing more fully for that emerald light, I'm so grateful, and I know that each one of you is going to receive great healing in a short amount of time. And if any of you have experienced discomfort in your core, we're going to put it into that container, okay? As an alchemist, what's our container? What are we going to put into this container of core discomfort, okay? It's ready for you to fill up, okay? And that's the first step as an alchemist. We're going to package it so that we can give it to the Christ within to alchemicalize it and do the work for us. Our higher presence will do the work for us. If any of you are experiencing core discomfort, this can be in the areas of heart discomfort, stomach pain, digestion, pressure, goo, acid, reflux, electrical, tingles, imbalance of the partnership with sugar and insulin. Activating. Any of you are receiving dysfunction that is in the sacred sexual dysfunction arena, problems for receiving pleasure, problems for fertility, for passion, yes, this is male and female, any issues of flow, any issues of sacred sexual flow, lubrication, strength and power. So now, any other core dysfunctions that go from about the neck to the base, your seat of power, okay? Yes, this is what we're working through today. We welcome in the teams of light more fully now, coming in around each one of us now more fully around your homes, your properties. The beautiful team of the starship, of the rose ship, of the Atlantean Amazonian goddesses are holding that rose container around you. If you choose to receive this, a perfect chamber of love and light, perfect crystal clear Reiki rainbow plasma light chambers activated around each one now, around the home's property, around the earth plane now perfectly, the sacred space of spaces. There is no past, present, and future. It is happening simultaneously. This will meet you at the now moment, and you'll have a full 36-hour integration period, 33 days of completion, 33 days of complete critical mass hit for each one, and the bridge will be completely golden formed for you, your DNA, and humanity as it is perfectly, divinely in alignment with Source, with the highest level good for all and all. Receive now the emerald light codes around you now. The beloved teams are in each corner of the diamond. It is an emerald diamond and it is holding the codes of Thoth, of the emerald tablets. Yes, the emerald tablets holding codes of healing, creation, all the information you need. Every information you need to create, we could say, a supplement in your body, a fruit, a vegetable that you think you may need, any sacred medicine, or any formation of any elixir that the glands give off, hormones, secretions. This information is within you already. You hold the emerald tablets within you already. Yes. And they are being formed around you more fully to hold this activation of love and of light. We are so grateful, beloveds. And we begin. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to feel perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to have perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to have perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to have perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to have perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to have perfect function and perfect flow. I cast this burden to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast all burdens to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast all burdens to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast my burdens to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast my burdens to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast all burdens to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast all burdens to the Christ within, and I go free. I cast this burden of core discomfort to the Christ within, and I go free to have perfect function and perfect flow. Fully upgraded, updated, externally aligned, integrated. And it is so, and it is so. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, beautiful hearts.